All right, ladies and gentlemen, page 39 in your books, we're talking about Italian terms for the speed of music and terms for changing tempo. We're just talking about terminology, words, and translating these words into your English understanding of them. The reason we use often Italian words is because certainly hundreds of years ago when a lot of traditional music was being written, the musical community decided that Italian was, or one language would be best to write on all the music, so that no matter what language you speak, you know at least these words to read all music from everywhere. And so that's why they generally use Italian terms for a lot of musical markings. So sometimes they use French words, sometimes some Latin terms. Most of the time, most of the music is written in Italian words. So we're going to talk about some speed, some tempo markings, first of all. And we're going to start with the slowest one. We're going to start at the bottom of this list here. First, we're going to start with the term adagio. Okay, try saying that. It's got a very soft G here. Adagio. Okay, adagio. It means slowly, and it literally translates to at ease. Adagio, at ease. So a slow tempo. Generally, adagio is often understood to be 60-something, maybe 70-something beats per minute. I'm going to write it in here. I'm just going to zoom in and write it in. Feel free to write these tempo markings in as well, just so you have them as a reference. Okay, so adagio, generally 60, officially till 76 beats per minute. Okay, since it is a speed, it is per minute. So many beats per minute. Now you know what 60 beats a minute is. If you look at a clock that has a second marker, that is exactly 60 beats a minute. Here's 60 beats a minute. Okay, so you can hear that as being 2 and 3, 4. Ba-dee-dee-da-da, dee-da-da. It's nice and slow, okay? It is at ease, okay? So, adagio, at ease, slowly. Okay. Now, I'm not sure why they did this, but the next two markings are not quite in the right tempo order. The next slowest tempo is andante, right? And it translates to an easy walking pace. Anyone who might know Italian already or who might speak Spanish, you know that the Italian term for to go or to walk is andare, to go. In Spanish, it's andar, andamos, okay? Andante literally translates to the word walking. So a very relaxed walking pace. Andante, often understood to be from anywhere from 76 to 100 plus. Okay, here's 90 beats a minute. Whoop, sorry, that's not it. Sorry about that. Here's 90 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you picture yourself walking down the street at a relaxed, you're not in a hurry, you're just walking, sort of strolling down the street. This is probably the speed at which you're walking, right? Left, right, left, right, left, right. Take a second and go for a walk around the room right now, okay? It is a very relaxed, sort of strolling pace, okay? It can go as high as 108, but generally in that section, in that space right there. So 76 to 108 beats per minute. Okay. Moderato is the next one. And try saying that. Moderato. Can you roll the R's? Ra. Moderato. Okay. If you can't do that, I'm not going to mark you out. I'm not going to dock marks on that. It's all good. Now this literally translates to the word moderate. You can see the word in there. Okay. Moderato, moderate speed. That's just a little faster than andante, than a relaxed walking speed. It's 108 to about 120. Here, let me play for you 110 or 15, let's say. Here's 115 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of music is written, this is sort of the middle tempo. Not too fast, not too slow, it's moderate, okay? If you want to think, twinkle, twinkle, little star, it's a very standard speed. Okay, so 108 to 120. 108 to 120 beats per minute. After that, we're moving up through this chart to allegro. Allegro means fast and lively, okay? And if you just think of the word allegro, it kind of is quick to go through. Allegro. If I weren't a Spanish speaker, I might look at that word and say, let's go, allegro. Okay, that's what pops out to me. Do whatever little trick works for you, but the word allegro to me in English sort of visually translates to let's go. Okay, fast and lively. Allegro is often 120 to 100 and even 160. Here I'll play for you 150 beats a minute. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And it just cooks a little bit faster, okay? So I'm going to put here 120 to 160, technically 168 beats per minute. These tempo markings, guys, just because I put specific numbers here, those aren't hard and fast rules. Okay, it's not like if you choose 160, or if you choose 120 beats, 119 beats a minute, you're moderate, and if you go 121, you're allegro. No, not necessarily. These are just sort of relative markings, okay, about these tempos. And then, of course, we're getting faster and faster. Presto, very fast, very, very fast. Presto is 168 up to even 200 beats a minute. Okay, 168 to 200, and as I'm sure you'll be able to anticipate, it really goes. Here's 200 beats a minute, right here. Okay, and if you had twinkle 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 little star, da 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 da, it just really cooks. Okay, so there are your basic tempo markings. There are more than that. The other tempo markings that are sort of in between and other descriptor type words, but those are the basic ones. All right. So you have silly little exercise here. Unscramble these musical terms. They are these ones that are up here, so I'm sure you can easily look at the combinations of letters and do that on your own time. The next bottom section, terms for changing tempo. I'm sure you have seen some of these before. But if you haven't, we're going to go through them real quick. I know we're getting on, this is almost 8 minutes into this lesson, so we're going to move quickly through these. So, first, accelerando. Okay, gradually becoming faster. If you look at the word accelerando, to me it looks like the word accelerate. Okay, hit the gas. Okay, increase the speed or gradually become faster. Okay, the next two are literally the same thing. Okay, rallentando and ritardando. Both mean to gradually become slower, to slow and broaden the tempo. Okay, ritardando, you probably have seen the term rit many times in your music. Okay, if you've seen the terms rit or ral, those are just the short forms for these two words. Okay, rallentando, ritardando. So those ones hopefully are relatively familiar. The last two, this one might be probably a little less familiar, ritenuto. It doesn't happen too often in music, but sometimes you need to immediately change the tempo to a slower tempo, okay? You might be trucking along at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and during that speed, you have to immediately go slower. You're not gradually slowing down. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3. That would be a ritenuto, a sudden change of speed, okay? Ritenuto. The term a tempo, return to the former speed, return to the original tempo. A tempo, or to the tempo, okay? Hopefully that one makes a little more sense, and maybe you've seen that one before. Maybe you're playing a piece of music and it says rit, 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 to a fermata because we stop and we stall the music for a minute, and then it says a tempo, back to the original speed that you were going at the beginning of the music. So there are your basic terms for changing tempos during a piece of music. All right, so terms at the top for tempo markings, here's how fast we will go, and then terms in the middle of this page, here's how we change the speed of the music throughout in the middle of the piece of music. All right. Do these activities, fill in the blanks, and we'll take them up in class. Off you go.